Hi and welcome back to Garden Ninja. Now today's video guide is going to show you how you can take hardwood cuttings from a number of different shrubs, both deciduous and evergreen, to create more plants for free. And winter is the perfect time to do it. And all you're going to need is a pair of secateurs and about half an hour of your time. So come on, let's get cracking. If you've not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit the red button to subscribe today. Also click the bell for notifications. We'll have access to hundreds of garden design hints, tips and hacks from me, the Garden Ninja. And best of all, it's free. Now you can take hardwood cuttings from a number of shrubs. To my right here, we've got this cornice, this winter fire dogwood, and you can tell that due to these bright red stems. But you can take cuttings from anything like cornice, privet, honeysuckle, anything that loses the leaves in the winter are great for hardwood cuttings. You can also take them from things like roses, and the evergreen holly we'll take from a hardwood cutting. So once you've seen the leaves drop off and it gets a bit chilly outside, it's time to start making your cut. Your cuts. And the easiest way to take hardwood cuttings is to start on the youngest growth and work your way back. What we need for a hardwood cutting is this year's growth. So stuff that's grown this year and it's started to lignify or go a bit woody. And we need a clean, sharp pair of secateurs, and we're going to make cuts about 15 centimetres long to create our cuttings. So the way that we take the cutting is really easy. We take growth from this year, which is this section here, which is still flexible, yet a bit woody. And what we're looking for are these nodes, and you'll see them if I do a close-up, because they've got little offshoots or bumps. And what we want to do is cut just below one of these nodes to make a horizontal cut, which will be the base where it roots, and then to trim off the top just below a node on an angle so that you've got all the hormones here and you're not wasting energy on any of this lateral growth. So we want to make our cut for the roots just below this node here, and then further up we're going to cut at an angle away from that bud. So that's going to be the top and that's going to be the bottom. So with this piece here, which is around 15 centimetres, we're going to cut at the bottom there, just below those buds, and then at the top here I'm going to cut that off at an angle like that. So we've got the neat base there, it's going to root, all the hormones are going to be pushed out from just below that node, and then the top there's no other growth to take energy and water will run off, and that is your hardwood cutting. And we just work our way around the shrub, taking our cuttings and popping them in our container just below the node, and then nip off that fresh growth up there. In it goes. And when it comes to potting on your cuttings, you're going to need a container like this recyclable plastic pot or a terracotta pot, but you're also going to need some compost and grit, and it's a 50-50 mix between the two for your growing media, because you want it to be really free draining. What you don't want is your hardwood cuttings to sit really wet all winter, because they'll start to rot. So you need it free draining with plenty of air. And now for the fun part, getting your seedlings into your container. Now I don't fill it all the way to the top because you water it, soil spills out, and to be honest, these hardwood cuttings don't need huge amounts of nutrients. They just need a slightly damp, airy environment for them to root. And the easy way to get them into this pot, and you'll see it all the time, is by placing them around the edge. Now the reason why we do that is to keep them warm, because the edge of this pot and the soil is going to warm far quicker than the centre. So that's why us gardeners do that. So you can take your cuttings, being able to see that the tops are angled and the bottoms are flat, and then we just push them in. And we push them in by a good 1.5 to 2 inches. And we leave maybe 2-inch space around there, and just work them in round the edge like so. And don't be tempted to whack one in the middle, because you'll find that these start to root and that one doesn't, so it'll just rot. But those there are now all in, ready to go into a greenhouse or cold frame give it a quick water and then leave them alone. Pop your cuttings into an unheated greenhouse, give them a good water, and then in the next 2 to 3 months you'll start to see buds emerging from the top of your cuttings, and if you flip it upside down you'll see roots coming out the bottom. You can pretty much use this method for most deciduous shrubs and some evergreens. Some plants will need a bit of assistance in terms of rooting hormone, and all you do is dip the bottom end, that clean cut, in some rooting hormone to help them take. But with things like cornus, viburnum and buddleia, you're probably not going to need that because they're really easy to root. So what's stopping you from taking hardwood cuttings and multiplying your plants in your garden? Have you got gardening questions that you need answers for? Well, why not head over to the Garden Ninja forum on my blog, where you can ask me anything about gardens, plants and garden design. There's a whole army of other garden ninjas there that can help provide answers to your questions. It's a really great way to meet the other ninjas, so head over there now. So there we go, my super easy way to take hardwood cuttings in winter so that you can propagate your favourite plants for little to no effort, and it's virtually free. If you've liked this guide, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, where there are hundreds of garden design, hints, tips and hacks to help you ninjas make your gardens awesome. I've been Garden Ninja, happy gardening.